Hey guys, so I just released a like stripped down piano version of my first album, Orange and Blue, and I did like a Q&A about it on Instagram, and people were like, oh, can you tell us the stories behind the songs? And I was like, can't really do that on Instagram stories because that is really short. So I decided to make a YouTube video. I'm kind of like, because I don't want to tell these in enough detail to where the people that they're about would watch it and be like, oh, that's me. I don't think any of those people will watch it. If you are one of those people, you think one of my songs is about you, just turn off this video. Delete, report, block it. I don't even care. Like, just don't watch it. Because, like, if I wanted you to know, I would have told you. You know, I have showed people songs I wrote about them before. So if I didn't show it to you, it's because I didn't want you to know. So go away. Thank you. Okay, now that they're gone, let's get into it. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is running. I'm not going to talk about all of them in this video because that would be a really long video. I'm just going to do a couple, and if you guys want to hear other stories, then maybe I'll do another video, but I'm just going to do a couple in this video. So, running. Everyone probably wants to know that one because I feel like it's the most dramatic song and also like the most popular one. Where do I begin? Okay, well, I was friends with this guy, okay, for like almost a year. We were good friends. We would like hang out all the time. I was like dating someone else while we were friends, so like that wasn't really a thing. But then I stopped dating that person, and then I realized I did like this guy, and it was quite the roller coaster. So basically, okay, so we're like good friends. I'm like, okay, like this should be pretty easy. Like I know him really well, and like, yeah, like it's just a natural progression from like friendship to more. But my like mentality at the time was that I had just recently been introduced to this concept of like being a commitment phobe, which basically means that you are scared of relationships, so you will like push people away even though you actually like them, just because you're scared of the commitment, or you're scared of like the intimacy, the love. You're just like, ah, too scary, goodbye, even though you don't actually not like them. And like another thing is like you get like tunnel vision about someone. Like you'll tunnel vision only their flaws, and you're like, I hate them, they're dumb, annoying, ugly, I never want to talk to them again, even though they're none of those things. You just get freaked out because you're scared of like love and commitment, so you trick yourself. So I just been learning about that, and I was like, hey, that's definitely me. Because also, so I was like 17, 18 at this time. Okay, so this was a while ago. This is like 4 years ago. So, okay, so I'm like, I am definitely a commitment phobe because every time I like a guy, he doesn't like me, and then as soon as he starts liking me, then I'm like, get away, I hate you. Even though I liked him until he liked me. So that was kind of like, I think, the root of the whole issue of this relationship. Well, there's a couple things. So first was that. So we started like dating, but I didn't want to make anything official, so I was like, I don't know, like I don't know if I actually like you, but I also can't tell because I think I'm just being a commitment phobe, and I couldn't trust if my feelings towards him were like my feelings of like being scared or being unsure were like real things, to be like, maybe there's a reason for that, or if it was just me like being scared of love. And I just thought it was the second one because I was like, oh, like he's a really good guy, like he's so involved in like church, and like we get along so well, and like I really do like him. I mean, like, we were like good friends for a while, so like it can't be that there's anything wrong with him or this relationship. It's just that like I am freaked out. So it just kind of became this whole dynamic of like him wanting to be like, oh, I want you to be my girlfriend, and me being like, oh no, it's too much. And like him wanting to like push things further along, and me being like, no. Because also he was like very intense too, and was like, I want to marry you, blah blah blah. And I was like, I am 17. I don't know what that means. I can't really talk about that at this moment in time. And so I would just like withdraw a lot and just like be like, oh, I need space, like I don't really want to talk. But then it was like the whole like push you away then pull you back, have another panic attack, I tell you I'm crazy but you said you can handle that, like that whole thing was like this war inside my head of like, this person is good for me, I think, and like this is like a good thing, and then also like I am terrified of this, I cannot do this anymore. So like the push pull was like, no, but it's good, but I'm terrified, but it's good, like just force yourself, like just get through the fear, push through it, blah blah blah. But I can't though, I'm terrified. Like, so that was the whole like push pull thing that was happening, and it just started getting really like increasingly more difficult for me as I was like still so like non-committal and like I don't know, and then him trying to like make something happen that wasn't happening, and like him trying to like figure out what was going on, but I wasn't really able to tell him. And so like I'd be like, oh, like I can't hang out every day, like I can't like talk to you all the time. And then being like, so like how often do you want to hang out? And I was like, I don't know, like how am I supposed to answer that? Or him just being like, okay, like just trying to like understand what was going on. And to me it just seemed very like methodical, and I was like, this isn't like a math problem. Like, you can't just be like, okay, boop 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 boop, okay, there's the answer. Like, I don't know, I am a person and my feelings change. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna want to hang out with you, I don't know how many times a week, I don't know like when I'm gonna be okay with this or not okay with that, blah 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 blah. So it got to the point where like I was so like anxious about that, because I felt like he was constantly like disappointed with me, because like I didn't want to hang out all the time, I didn't want to commit, I didn't want to do all these things that he wanted to do, that it was like causing me so much anxiety, feeling like so guilty for it, because I was like, oh, like what is wrong with me, like why can't I just like love someone, like why am I so psychotic, like I should be able to just like love this person, like they're so good, blah blah blah. And it just got to the point where I was literally like throwing up all the time. Like that line in the second verse, it's like, this has been messing with my sleeping patterns, I've been throwing up in the bathroom. Like I wasn't just like haha like throwing up, like I literally was like throwing up all the time. And when I broke things off with him, like I didn't actually think there was anything wrong with him, with the relationship, anything, even though looking back I was like, yeah, that was not good, but I didn't see that at the time. So the reason I broke it off is because I was like, I literally cannot handle this. Like I told him, like, I don't want to break up with you, like I want to be with you, but I literally am like throwing up all the time because of how anxious this is making me. And then the whole breakup story, that's a different story for a different song. Not one that's out right now, one you'll hear later. But that's what running is about. And then, okay, the next one I've been talking about is Flames. And before I tell this story, I just want to make it very clear that I do not condone this behavior. I do not recommend it. I do not think you should do it. So if you hear this story and you're like, oh, I should do that, do not do it. I don't know why you think you should do it after I tell this, but just don't do it. Don't. Okay, so basically I met this guy in like more of like a work environment. Like we were working on a project together, and he had a girlfriend, and not just like, oh, like a random girl, like, oh, haha, like that'll be over before you know it. No, like he had like a long-term like girlfriend that he was like, I am in love with her, she's great, blah 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 blah. Like he was like very, very much taken. And so like, okay, let me also just, before anyone thinks anything, just tell you that like nothing happened, like there was nothing ever like said by either of us that was like anything more than friends, really. Like we were literally just friends. It never was anything more than that. But I was in love with him. Well, I wasn't really in love with him, but I was like obsessed with him because I feel like he was the first person that I really felt like saw me. Like, and also like he was one of those people that is really critical of everyone and is like, oh, I hate the world, I hate everyone, like everyone's so dumb and annoying and I hate them. So like when someone hates everyone but then they don't hate you, they think everyone's dumb but they think you're smart, they think everyone's so basic but they think you're unique, it's like that's like really just gets you straight through the heart. At least it does for me. Not anymore though, because I realized that, but at the time I was like, wow, like he makes me feel so like good about myself and so confident, like he's so complimentary of me, and like he really just like gets me. Like it's the kind of thing where like, you know when you're talking to someone and you feel like you can just like say what you're thinking, you don't have to like reword it so they would understand it, and also like the way that they say things, like you just get what they mean. Like you don't have to explain yourself, you don't have to like filter yourself. It's like when you say something they just get what you mean, and vice versa. It was like that kind of thing. So we just like really connected, and so we just like talked a lot, and Flames was written at the point where I realized like I am so screwed. I am screwed in this moment. Like I am so like attached to this person, so like into this person, and it will never ever ever happen, and it shouldn't happen. Like even if he was single, like it wasn't good circumstances. Like he wasn't like right for me in like for so many different reasons. Like it just wasn't it. And I was like, God, why would you do this to me? Like why would you bring this person into my life that like is not going to like be in it long term, that like I'm not going to be with? And I just felt like so defeated because like I knew it was pointless, and like being like friends with him was just depressing, but I was like, I will die for you. Like I will do anything for you, and like I would go up in smoke before I put out these flames. Like I know it's dumb, I know that it's hurting me, I know that this is like so depressing and it sucks, but I will not stop. Like I cannot stop, because I've never felt so like seen by someone, and I've never like connected with someone like that before. And eventually we stopped talking because I was just like, okay, this is just not a thing. No. But that was like the part where Flames was written, was before I realized like this is not it. So again, just don't do that. If somebody is taken, just stop. You type up a message, delete it. You're going to call them? No. Stop. Close the app, delete the number, goodbye, 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 okay? Even if you're just friends, whatever, like, it's just depressing. Just don't do it, okay? And if you listen to the song, you can hear how depressing it is. Like, it's like fun and you feel good, but you also are like crying in your car, like literally. And I cry in my car and pretend it's a movie. Like literally, I'm sitting there crying in my car with like pouring rain at night. And I'm like, this literally feels like a movie and I'm so dramatic, but like this sucks. Like it's so painful. All right, I hope I have sold you now on not talking to people that are taken, even if you're just friends, because it sucks. Okay, the last one. I feel so exposed right now, but whatever. Okay, the last one I'm gonna talk about in this vid is Brown Eyed Boys, and I want to tell this because I just think it's really funny. So Brown Eyed Boys, like, I feel like you listen to it and you're like, wow, like, what, like a cinematic story, and like, wow, like, what an experience. But I literally wrote this song about a guy that I met one time and a guy that I saw on Instagram. Did not speak to, never met in real life, saw on Instagram. I just realized this whole video I've been talking to the thing above the actual lens, so I'm really sorry. I'm gonna look at the lens now. Anyway, guy that I saw on Instagram. And so the lyrics in it are a bit of a reach. You know, like, I took this and I really made this out of it, but it was really just this. And the reason I wrote it was because, okay, so let me just explain something about myself as a young teen, well, as an old teen, but a young person. I, like, if you can't tell, I like fall really hard and I'm really dramatic, and I'm like, especially at that time in my life, I was probably like 19, I think. I was like looking for the one and like kind of just expecting like a relationship to like change my life and save my life. And like, OMG, like he could be the one that changes everything, and like finally I'll be happy. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. That was weird. Wait, it's still coming. No, it's not. Okay. Anyway, I was really dramatic. And so, like, both of these guys, I was like, wow, like, maybe, like, they could be the one. And I was just, like, just feeling, like, so, like, intense about it. Like, I need someone. I cannot be alone. I need attention from one of these men. Like, I just need it and I will die without it. And I remember just kind of like falling onto my bed, like, and I was like, these brown-eyed boys, they'll get ya. And then I was like, ooh, Brown-Eyed Boys, that's a really good title. And then I was like, all right, well, I feel so insane right now that I need to write about it, or else I'm just going to literally sit and like convulse for the rest of the night. So I need to do something with this energy and with these feelings, like put them to use. So it's like the song is about those real feelings of like, suddenly I'm destroyed, all because of these brown-eyed boys. Like, I was destroyed. I was like so like in turmoil about a guy that I met one time and a guy that I saw on Instagram. Like, bless your heart, Lauren. Like, you need help. But like, so the chorus, it's like, I don't even know what's real now. is like, yeah, because I am in this delusional thing in my mind of like, I meet a guy once and then I go from A to Z, like, what if we get married? And like, nothing happened. Like, you don't know what's real now. I wish that I could come down from this like psychotic high that I was on of like, maybe I could get attention and my life will be saved. But I don't really have a choice when I'm falling for these brown-eyed boys. Like, I literally can't stop. Like, I can't just like calm down and be like, all right, Lauren, like, let's be reasonable. No, there's no being rational, there's no being reasonable, there's just, I am obsessed and that's what it is. And it's really funny, like, when I listen to this song, like, knowing that that's what it was about, these two random people, and when I was filming the acoustic video for it, my friend, she filmed it for me, and I like told her after like the first take that we did, I was like, this song is about a guy that I met one time and a guy that I saw on Instagram. And we were filming it and we both literally started laughing on the second pre when it's like, sunlight just right on your face, just like a videotape. I just want to rewind. First of all, love that line. But second of all, like, there was no sunlight on anyone's face. There was no tape to rewind. Like, there was none of that. So it's just funny to me that I really just took this and just turned it into this. I have made a lot of strides in this area where I don't quite do that so much anymore. I still am really dramatic, you know, I still fall real hard, but I don't jump from A to Z. I jump from like A to C, which I think is okay. You know, it's okay to look forward 2 letters, but not 26 letters. Okay, well, that is all the stories I have for you today. I'm like, am I really gonna post this? I don't know. I'll watch it through after I am finished with this and decide. But like, you know, it's just the truth. I didn't really go into that much detail, you know. The Bible says the truth will set you free, so maybe I will be set free after posting this. But if you like this video, then comment and tell me what other songs you want to hear the story behind, and I may or may not tell them depending on if I feel like it. Yeah, you know, I just want to say that if you, like, a lot of people like, oh, I really relate to your songs, but you understand me. If you relate to my songs, this is not an insult, this is just like how I feel. You need therapy. Like, I need therapy. I am in therapy. I've been in therapy for many years. And if you see similarities between us, you need therapy. And it's not an insult, it's just a truth, you know? And if we all you know, focus on ourselves and becoming the best person we can be and, you know, working through our own issues, we will have a better world. So that is my ending message to you all, is if you have the means for it, you should go to therapy. And if you can't do that, you should watch therapy videos on YouTube, because there are a lot of therapists that post videos. All right, well, I will see you guys later.